Well, excuse me because I'm kind of getting into this a little bit more, and well, I said originally I kind of got on here because I got a little bit mad at some of the silver channels and his bull stuff going on, because basically I always kind of believed in the gold and the silver, yes, but I never really got into it too much until last, to say around 2008 or whatever it was, 2000, some few years ago, a couple years ago or so. But I've had stuff for decades and stuff, and I know about the Federal Reserve. I knew about this and a lot of different things about people are talking about on the internet now. I knew many things about various, you know, things that are said, with Kennedy's assassination and all this type of stuff. But I also kind of understand how a lot of things work too. So, and I don't want to get too far off track on this because actually I'm going to lead up to something else. But say for instance, like there's a plot to do something, and it works out almost like maybe there's a plan, but there's always various types of groups or people that get something out of it. It might be something totally different from what some other group gets out of it. So like it takes a life of its own. I mean, a good one, I guess, is the JFK assassination, right? Some people would say it's because he was coming out with silver certificates. He was going to have, it was a challenge to the Federal Reserve. He was stopping the war with Vietnam, that type of stuff. Or LBJ was part of it, like he got something out of it, because he became president. And actually, maybe all those things are true, So I don't want to get too far off track, but that's kind of how things happen. So it's like things can actually take a life of their own. Various people get things out of something. So I got an email back from Connecting Dots 1, and it was good, I'm not going to show it on here or anything, but he brought up another point about, the Baltic Dry Index, and I said to myself, well, yeah, right, no kidding. Now I'm thinking, I haven't even looked at this thing, and he says it's the lowest it's been in 26 years, so that's one of his reasons he thinks there's going to be a market crash possibly in March. That's legit. There's some facts there. I don't know. See, now I'm like confused, right? But I wanted to bring this out because this is another something else to look at to confuse the hell out of people, basically. Because what do we do, right? Well, I say still hold silver. He thinks it's going to go. He's not really sure. I don't know either because I'm looking at various factors, and I think the simplest factor to look at is the silver-gold ratio. It went down to about 32 or 31 to 1. So that's maybe it's going to go a little bit past that possibly. And that's going to be about it. So, and I was pointing out about this global manufacturing index seems to be going up. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm going to have a little more faith in this. Because I'm not sure. This was like, this fell off a cliff basically after that looks like right around when oil fell off a cliff and everything else, right? So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what to think about this. So, but I do want to point it out. So, that maybe tells you why. Remember, I'm looking at this platinum ratio, like it was so skewed. I don't know. Maybe this could be bouncing back up for all I know. I know the platinum ratio to gold ratio isn't as skewed as it was. Like before, gold was 15% more than platinum. And the reason I'm looking at this is because it's telling you what's going on in industry too. But it's also possibly because there's so much of a fear going on in the financial markets that gold is just getting ahead of platinum because of its traditional role as money, and platinum doesn't have a traditional role as money. Gold does. Gold really is money. Even silver doesn't have that much. It has it kind of like gold is more. And I'm really going by even what people do investing. Gold is still considered like a safe haven, and I don't know. Silver's kind of a weird animal. If you got physical silver, it's a safe haven. But if you got electronic silver, it's a risk asset. And basically, that's the way it goes. So I don't know. I just want to point out about this. He pointed out about this, and that's partly, and it makes sense. It makes sense. So, hmm, you know, I don't know. I got to look into this some more. But I figured I'd just post this out here because I want people to have all the right tools. You know, if I wasn't so busy listening to silver pundits over the last day when everything went up, and I was trying to pay attention to what I would have had some heads up knowledge that Bernanke was going to say something this morning. So I'm trying to keep down in reality, and I liked I could tell the way Connecting Dots one thinks. So I like it. He's a very straight shooter, right? So, but what I want to point out is like I don't know, because I think he thinks the way I think, and I'm thinking there's a hell of a lot of BS out there. I mean, I could say people I like. I like Endless Mountain. I like Barone, whatever. I don't know if he's got a number after his name, Barone. And there's good people out there, yes. But I'm finding out actually some of the biggest people out there, you know, are the worst ones. They're the worst ones. Even some of the newer big ones coming out, even the ones that are, you know, and I was a little bit, I lean a little bit too much Christian because, I'm Christian, but I sometimes I get it. I almost trust people too much when they're Christian. That's why I trusted Lindsey Williams, because he's a pastor, and I know he wasn't being insincere. But I'm almost kind of. I do have a big suspicion of Brother John F. now too. I want to put that out there because it's almost like the whole damn thing. He smells like snake oil too a little bit, and I don't like saying that too much because I know that's not the popular thing to say. But CD1, see Connecting Dots 1 was picking up on that too. And I'm like, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Because what I'm finding out is small investors are getting screwed. And I know there's conspiracies out there. And I know there's a thing to push down the price of silver. But, people are going, I don't know how to say this, balls to the wall, all out, just buying physical silver because the world's going to end. And you might not be making an exact perfect decision. I think it's basically a good decision to make, mainly. So I'm pretty radical in that respect because most people don't think like that yet. I think that's still a good decision. But to say that all electronic markets are going to go down, well, I think there would if there was a World War III and you had one of those nuclear aerial bursts or something like that, or even if a rogue nation did that. I mean, that could really terrorize electronic markets. But, I mean, as far as, over the next, in absence of catastrophic things happening, I don't think the electronic markets are going to be going down because the elite have an interest in keeping the elite. Let me put it this way. The people with all the money, they have an interest in keeping it going. So, but I'm getting kind of aggravated with a lot of these people that have a lot of experience in the silver market, a lot of experience in education, in various things and how things work in the commodities markets. And, instead of emphasizing everything about conspiracies, how about, telling people what to watch for? Because, this is not really my thing per se, but you know what? I'm very focused, and when I start biting my teeth into something, I start learning fast. So right now, the more I'm digging into this stuff, the more I'm getting pissed off. So I'm learning faster. But something constructive for, say, and I'm not saying people who didn't know, but some people who do know. Bernanke's coming out with a statement tomorrow. If you said that yesterday, that statement should have been watched and it should have been broadcast. People should have sold maybe a piece of silver before then. I'm not saying a physical, but if they're in the markets or whatever. But that's what I'm saying. I think there's a lot of garbage going on. But I think this tool is something else to look at as far as the Baltic Dry Index, and it's off investmenttools.com. So this might be something to look at. And yes, it is very, very low. It's supposedly the lowest it's been in 26 years. And I don't know how that really is going to affect everything. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So maybe that's why Mark Faber's talking about a slowdown in China. And I think I did pick up some stories about things going wrong where there wasn't as much going out through the Hong Kong harbors and stuff like that. So it's just something else to watch, and I'm not going to really comment too much on it because I really don't know. I'm going to see what the heck other people have to say about this stuff. But I'm going to have my BS detector on full power because that's the one thing I depend upon the most. Big bucks bullshit, right? There's plenty of that stuff around. The more initials you got after your name, the more people believe you. That's one reason I get pissed off about. I never want to be a certified public accountant because I think these people aggravate me. I pass some other test on selling paper crap. I just took the test to pass something. Expires. 'Cause I don't give a shit about that crap. I like the knowledge. But I get aggravated at these people with the initials after their names because it's a sales pitch too. They could be smart, but sometimes the initials are a big sales pitch too. And I picked up on connecting dots. One, he's a very straight shooter. I probably am too. But this is something else to look at, and throws a curveball in there too. But I think the markets did overreact today. So I don't know. Silver's going back down again. You never know. But I think it is going to go back up. I think it is going to start flowing back up. That's my opinion. But like I said, let's use all these tools and let's keep our ears to the ground. I know there's conspiracies out there, but that don't help anybody. Got to find out the facts. When to buy, when to sell.